Hey everybody, it's Deanna Sharon. My YouTube handle is Miss Merit 11, and I just want to come on and say a quick hello and give you a word of encouragement. I was thinking the other day about our technological advances and how the generations after us are very tech savvy. Many in my generation are tech savvy also. But one of the things that it has caused us to stop doing is really talking to each other. I find that a lot of people, even older people, find it hard to actually have a face to face conversation with someone, to literally look them in the eye, say hello, or just engage in conversation. If it's not by text or not by emoji of some kind in some kind of messaging platform, it seems that we've forgotten the art of how to say hello, goodbye, hey, how have you been? You know. Now, I will say that I'm guilty of that as well because I'm not really a big phone person, you know. So, a lot of people also think that, well, if I'm not texting, as long as I pick up the phone and actually call someone, I'm engaging them. Now, that's true. That is a little bit more engaging a lot of times than messaging someone by, text message, emojis, and whatever social media platform you choose to use. But there's nothing like a face to face conversation. You know, um, when you really want to get to know someone, could you imagine meeting your significant other online, but then never having a face to face conversation with them? And I don't say that to embarrass anyone or to judge anyone, but I know that people do that and it happens. And that's how they get catfished. Um, that's how criminal activity a lot of times takes place. There's all kinds of things that go on when we are unwilling to talk to somebody face to face. The Word of God says that one who desires friends must first show himself friendly. So, if you want to use social media as a platform to gain friends because you just want people to be able to hear your opinions and then press like or don't like, and then when they disagree with you, you get mad in the comments and delete them or something like that, um, that's not a real friendship. You know, that's not a real friendship. You want people in your life that are going to be willing to stand by you and stick with you in good and bad times. You know, having true friendship is like having a covenant. It's very similar to marriage. Of course, the difference is you're not engaging in any kind of sexual covenant, but you are developing a covenant for life. There was a time when people actually had friends for life, right? You grew up on a block, and the kids you started out with in elementary school a lot of times were the kids that you remained friends with through your whole, you know, childhood school experience. And some of them you would go off to college with. Others, if you were going to lose touch, it was usually after that. But now, because we have a society that moves around a lot, most people, they don't work jobs 20, 30, 40 years, at least not the same job is what I'm referring to. Many people now, they go where the benefits are better, they go where the money gets better. So, as they improve in their station in life, maybe their education improves. I start out, I get a 2-year degree, I take a job, I do well on that for a couple years. Then, if there's no promotion progression in the company that I work for, I move on to something else. So, by the time I have a master's or a PhD, or I've developed all of this experience along the way, now I'm in my fourth company, possibly, advancing. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I use that just as a vehicle to show that how our lives change, because of those kinds of things. So, I want to say again, though, we were made to do life with other people, and how we develop our lives, our character, who we are, the principles that we establish for our life, they are done in context of other people. You really are not an island, and you can't live your life just you and no one else. Eventually, at some point, you're going to need someone else. And even if you master that art, which I'm sure it will take a lot of energy to do, um, you still are going to be missing out on a lot. Having friends, having people that you can count on closely in your life, that's important. At some point, you're going to need someone. And then the art of friendship is amazing. When you do it well, it's really a blessing. Not everybody is trying to take your money, take your man, a woman, or do something underhanded to you. Sometimes God sends people your way to just be in your life, to be a blessing, to love you, for you to be a blessing to them. Not everybody is going to have the same purpose in your life. And yes, you should be discerning. You should want to know why people come into your life. But instead of being always so suspicious, how about look for the good first? Look for the good first. And in friendship, set boundaries. And if they're broken, if it's egregious, then you can let them go. But again, the word says that if you really want friends, you have to show yourself friendly. So try today. Walk past somebody and say hello. If they speak to you, don't look them up and down crazily. Speak back and say hello. It will also help us to retrieve our humanity. It's so easy for us to wound one another, speak ill of one another, in this day and age, murder one another. We don't take life for granted. Part of that is because we don't practice civility, we don't practice humility, and we don't celebrate humanity. Everything in humanity is not bad. And if we always look at us versus them mentality, as soon as I step out my door, I'm on my guard because the person to my right and left is, possibly my enemy, then it'll never change. Open your heart, open your mind, and receive people. Now, I'm not telling you to be gullible. I'm not trying to, have you subscribe to any kind of stupidity. What I'm saying is, but be open. There was a time when you walked down the street and you walked past people, you said good morning, you said hello. They didn't have an ulterior motive. Ladies, every man that says hi to you is not trying to be your husband, be your boyfriend, take you to bed. Sometimes they're just saying hello. They compliment you on a dress or your clothes or something like that. Thank you, and keep it moving. Not everyone is trying to sexually harass you. I know that it happens. I'm not diminishing that. But again, we have to raise our level of expectation. I expect you to do the right thing until you don't. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's try it today. Don't walk past people and not speak. Even if they look like they're scowling, still say hello. I've been guilty of it myself. When you have 1,000 things on your mind and, I got to go here and I got to do this and I got to finish that and I've got, 1,500 things to do and I've only got an hour to do them. Sometimes you do walk around looking pressed or looking mean. And sometimes it'll take someone smiling at me for me to smile back. And when they do, then I think about it like, Deanna, fix your face. You're not mad about anything. Usually I'm just busy because I'm generally a happy person. But I can also be serious. So a lot of times when someone smiles back at me, it actually changes my whole day. And it makes me remember that I need to do the same thing. So be mindful of that. That's all I want to share today. Just a quick encouragement. It doesn't cost anything to smile, to say hello, to be kind, open a door for somebody, hold it open. And even if they don't say thank you, you did your part. I know we want immediate gratification for everything. Well, I held the door open for them and they didn't even say thank you. A lot of people yell out, "You're welcome." Well, not really. They really are not welcome if you have to do all that. Sometimes the seeds that you sow, they're not going to be returned by the people that you sow them into. Many times the people that we help, even in something small like that, are not the people that are going to return the favor. It's not that it won't be returned, it just won't be by them. You know, you ever let somebody in traffic expecting them to give you that wave? You know, I always do. If somebody lets me in, actually, even if I cut them off, I'll either be like, oh, sorry, or I'll, acknowledge that they let me in. Thank you. Not everybody does that. You can't then be mad because they don't acknowledge what you did. Just know that it'll come back to you at a time when it's necessary and needed. There's going to be a time you're going to need to get over, and somebody's going to let you in. Still pay it forward, because many times, again, the people that you help are not the people that are in a position to help you. And sometimes when they are, they won't. But that shouldn't change your character. It shouldn't change the principles that you have in place. You still want to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Again, it may not be the same person, but it will come back to you. Okay? All right. Have a good day. I'll talk to you guys soon. Again, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. My handle is Miss Merit 11. This has been Deanna Sharon. Thank you. Bye, guys.